Here to bring your update to you again this afternoon is none other than Mr. Lenard Josiah. Good afternoon, Mr. Josiah. How was your day today?
Good afternoon, my brother. Well, not bad at all. I'm on the job right now, and we continue to monitor the tropics. I'm hoping that all is well with you. My day was pretty nice and quiet. We had one of those days in which we did not see too much on the way of rainfall, and outside dry and hot, but yet still we're in the tropical season when this should be expected. We should have the heat, but we were hoping to have a little bit more of the moisture that we could have had some rain, more rain events. That is not on the horizon at all for this time, but the tropics are beginning to heat up. So let's go get straight on into it and let's show our viewers what we are talking about with respect to the tropics as compared to yesterday. We were looking at some areas of disturbed weather. Those areas have disturbed weather, two of which are now tagged as red. Those red marks are indicating that they have a high chance of developing. That one right there is one that is forecast to become a fish storm. So as I will show you in a very short order what the satellite photograph is saying of it. But the second red is of major concern, and it's of major concern not necessarily because of the heightened chance that it can form, but going on into the Gulf of Mexico, some of the models are suggesting that it can become a major hurricane or even a powerful hurricane in the next couple of days, and more so likely to target the coastlines of Texas and maybe Alabama. Remember last year, those areas down there, they got inundated with not only the rainfall, but they got battered by so many tropical systems. And this one suggests that it can also do the very same thing. Over the next couple of days, they're going to be monitoring it, and Air Force reconnaissance is forecast to enter that particular system sometime during the day tomorrow so that they could check to verify what's the status of it. But I believe that that is going to be impacting the Yucatan Peninsula. Remember, the Yucatan Peninsula got impacted by Grace a few days ago, and here comes another one up. So the month of August is really speeding up, is picking up steam to become an active month. Now, take a look at the second one, or the third one, right out to between the Caribbean islands and Africa. This one has a 20% chance of doing something in the next 48 hours, or just about 30% chance of doing something in the next 5 days. But the good news is that it is forecast to remain out at sea, and it's expected to take a northwesterly track. A northwesterly track means that it will remain over open waters. It should not impact us here in Antigua and Barbuda and the rest of the Leeward Islands. Now let's take a look at our broader picture, a satellite picture, so you could see exactly how it so how this thing is actually panning out. So you could see the main cloudy areas as already that right there, that one right out of Africa, right there, my brother, right? Okay, that one is tropical disturbance number 2. Okay, yes, that one out to Africa, that is the area that we are monitoring for it to be a tropical system in the next couple of days. That's about 30%, but it is forecast to go out at sea. So we're not going to be paying too much of attention to that right now, because that where is that right now, residents should be able to realize where we're talking about out at sea is going to be heading away from the island chain. That's certainly good news. And you can rest assured that if things change, I will keep you updated. But for right now, the forecast track is for it to head out to sea. The other one just to the northwest of it is another area of disturbed weather that most of Bermuda. Yes, my brother, that one right out there, is forecast to remain out at sea and not necessarily impact us here in the Eastern Caribbean. It is forecast to remain a fish storm. All right. So residents of our Twin Island states, even though they are monitoring these areas, be rest assured that these are not necessarily areas of interest to us with respect to any further development or likely impacts to the island chain. Now let's turn our attention to the one in the Caribbean Sea. The one in the Caribbean Sea also, it will not necessarily impact us. However, we have brothers and sisters in Jamaica, in Cuba, the Cayman Islands, this particular area, we will be watching it a little bit more closer so that we can monitor the movement and the track of it and keep you abreast as to what is likely to take place with respect to this particular third area. As I have been suggesting, that the models are suggesting also that this can become a major hurricane in the future times to come, and hence the reason why we are paying very close attention to it. And it is very likely that it can develop more so as it enters the Gulf of Mexico. So that one will be on our radar in the next couple of days. And as we enter the month of September, we will be keeping an eye on the tropical systems as they emerge off the coast of Africa. But for right now, our immediate future, things remain dry. Things will remain dry and hazy, not necessarily of impact to us with respect to tropical systems. My brother?
Okay, well, we're back again. We're happy for that update. The Atlantic and the Caribbean Sea looks a little busy, but no stress for us. And that's a good thing. But the bad thing is that we're entering into September. And that's when we should be troubled. And so still got to be watchful, be diligent, and we'll be here every day.
That's my truth. That's quite true, my brother. So we will be monitoring that, and we'll certainly bring the information as it comes to hand to inform our public.
But just before you leave, what is our outlook for any rain? What is it?
Oh my, boy, that's a very good question. Right now, the dryness of the atmosphere is telling. We're going to be having a trough that's moved by tonight. And when the troughs move by and we have moisture, they will bring some showers. But the thing is, with this trough, it's going to be present, but there's not going to be any moisture. So it should pass through very quietly. If there's any showers associated with it, it will just be a light sprinkle, all right? But it's not expected to be a rainmaker because of the absence of the moisture. And if I project this out into the future based upon model projections, the model projections are suggesting that it's going to remain dry. It's going to remain dry not only for tomorrow, but as we go on into the weekend and maybe into early next week before we see a tropical wave move on by. So yeah, residents can be assured that if we see any showers, it's going to be light and passing by, but nothing in the way of any gut rain to fill your cisterns or to fill the ponds.
Okay, so we just want to thank you. Hope that you have a pleasant night on the job, and as you sojourn home, that your path will be clear and that you won't fall asleep. You get home safe.
That's right.
To the wife. Yes, get home safe to the wife and kids. Yes.
That's so true. And thank you so much for the best wishes, my brother. God bless you and have a safe evening.